Hey, there it is. I'm running late for Mass. I hate running late for Mass. It's so freaking annoying. Just a second. You like walk in there and you're like, oh my truck. Why don't I just have a real truck? This is the thing that I want to know is why don't I just buy a real truck? It's because I don't have a job. That's right. That makes more sense. Okay. This is why I hate walking in late to Mass, is because even if you're like 3 minutes late, people are like getting in the zone, ready to roll, ready for Jesus, and people are like, oh wow, I want to stare at you and not even think about God. So I am just like taking God's time from people while they're trying to do good things, showing up to Mass on time, and I'm just showing up late. It is 5:19 right now. Mass is at 5:30. I think it's like a 20-minute drive. So we shall see. I made it. It's 5:31. Bye. I showed up to Mass like 3 minutes late. It wasn't bad because the hymn was going on, so I just like snuck in the back row and I was perfect. And I was standing there for like 30 seconds, and then a daughter and father came in to the right of me, and I didn't really think anything of it. So I scooted down to let them in, and then I was just like sitting there, closed my eyes, and I was just like getting in the zone. And then I opened my eyes and I turned to the left, and it's like a mom, a daughter, a brother, and then the other daughter, and then the dad, and I'm just sitting in between this family, and I'm like, oh, this is so awkward. Yeah, so I just split up a whole family pretty much. So that was a good time. So I kind of felt bad about that throughout the entire Mass. Anyways, today I finally got to sit down with Eric for about 2 hours, and we just talked about life, and he really just spilled on me his knowledge. It's phenomenal, but it's almost like heartbreaking for me because I'm like, I have nothing figured out, nothing at all. Which brought up a good point that I want to talk about is it's hard to talk about things that suck in life as you're going through them. Currently, I've made really bad decisions and I'm just like plowing through that, trying to recover from that. I have some wounds that I've bottled up and bottled up and bottled up, and then finally now it's just like they're resurfacing, so I need to deal with those. And a lot of things in life suck. I'm not saying I have a terrible life and everything sucks, but it's been a struggle, and it's a huge struggle to try to vlog that, to talk about that while it's happening. But I realize that doing this, and the more days I do this over and over and over again, it helps me cope. It helps me articulate what I'm thinking. Basically what I'm getting at is I used to be a guy who could just like bottle up feelings, emotions, everything, kind of put them down there and then completely forget about them, and I was totally fine. And I was always this like happy-go-lucky kind of guy. But over this last year, I've really had some down days, and I'm starting to learn why God is allowing this to happen in my life, because now I can kind of talk about it. Now I can understand when people come to me and say, I'm struggling with this, I can understand more. And even over these past like 6 months, I have learned how important it is to talk these things out, to get a spiritual director, to get someone who may be older than you, wiser than you, and talk your life out to them, talk out what you're struggling with, and so they can kind of shed some light on it. I never thought I would ever need something like that until about 6 months ago when I reached out to my spiritual director. It probably wasn't even 6 months ago. It was probably like 4 months ago that that is the first time I ever really reached out to someone and started talking to them about what I'm struggling with personally, and they helped me through. And that is kind of what I'm doing with this vlog too, is the more I talk, the more I'm figuring my own problems out. I'm not saying go and find a camera and talk into it and then post it on YouTube, but what I am saying is you should really think about finding someone that you're comfortable with sharing things that you might be struggling with. Even if you're not struggling, just someone to talk your life out. They can help you in so many ways that I 5 months ago, 6 months ago, did not even think was possible. But it's weird. It's like humans are made for interaction. Like they can help each other. Yeah. Who would have known? That's all I got. Peace out.